This is the layering for warmth section of the Art of Riding in the Rain. The idea is that you want to be dressed in layers. Stay warm when it's a cold day. You will decide what your threshold of cycling the rain is. For me, it's about 1 degree. Anything below 1 degree when it's wet gets a bit too icy. And yet, there can be some days in the winter where it's completely clear and dry, but very, very cold. So if that's the case, -5 or such, then riding in the cold is not such a bad idea because the road is dry. But always be on the lookout for patches of ice, black ice or frozen leaves. So if you're going to ride when it's cold, what you want to do is protect yourself for the different layers. The most important element to keep in mind is how your ride is structured in terms of geography and terrain. If you start with a downhill, you're going to be really cold right off the bat and you're going to have to dress much warmer. If you start with an uphill, you can get away with fewer layers. When you go to work, from work, it could be different. And this is all the theory about layers for anything, for hiking, for any kind of outdoor activity, is you want to be able to remove and add layers as you need them. Underneath your helmet, it's a very good idea to have a beanie or a hat. You want it to be as thin as possible so it doesn't interfere with the fit of the helmet. Ear warmers are the easiest, a headband or a toque that goes over top, or both on the very, very cold days. Moving down from your head is your neck, and rather than wear a scarf, which I wouldn't necessarily recommend a scarf because of loose edges, loose straps, ends, if you put on a neck warmer, this is a merino wool one. It's very comfortable. It keeps your neck warm. You can pull it up or down depending on how cold it is. But you will also find in the winter that your nose is going to run, and so I would carry a little bit of Kleenex, or what I would also do is carry a bandana, because it's much easier to wash your bandana at the end of the ride and throw it in the washing machine more than a woolen neck piece. So this is a little bit of a bonus because you don't want to be arriving anywhere and having to blow your nose so much. Moving down next is to your hands. The idea behind keeping your hands warm is keeping them dry and warm. The lobster claw version of a glove allows you to keep your fingers together. The first two are your braking fingers, and then the other two, keeping them together, is a little bit warmer. This obviously is a shell. You can add several layers. You can have a very thin wool layer, and then your bulkier glove, which is in here, and then an outer layer. So this keeps your two last fingers warmer. In terms of anything else you're going to wear, it's simply a matter of how thick or bulky is it. This is a woolen vest and this is a down vest. And these two elements will affect how much gear you're carrying. If it can zip up and down, then you're allowed to open it up as you're riding. There's gaps and such in the jacket to ventilate. If you're going to wear a down vest, if you're going to wear it down, make sure it stays dry. You don't want down to get wet. It can get moldy, it won't stay warm. You be very extra careful about making sure that the water doesn't get through if you're wearing a down layer.